Hey, what's going on, guys? It is K-Dog's Kennel coming at you here on YouTube, resurrecting, if you will, another series that kind of took a backseat to some of my gaming videos, and that is Do You Remember, which I took a look back at some of the most shocking moments in professional wrestling over the years. I did a few of these, and then, like I said, kind of started getting into gaming a little bit, and I kind of put this series on the back burner. I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to kind of resurrect this a little bit and come back with this. I've had people submit ideas, which, don't get me wrong, I'll get to them. I really will. But I wanted to do one today, kind of a more recent one, if you will. A lot of the shocking moments in wrestling I remember is like back in the 80s and the 90s, when I was growing up, or whatnot. And I kind of thought to myself, some of these instances I discussed, you guys may not remember. Like, I don't know really what the average age group demographic my channel falls under, but although my most successful video is actually a Do You Remember episode about Bob Backlund winning the WWE Championship at Survivor Series 94. It has like over 200 views, which I'm like, holy crap, maybe people do remember this kind of stuff. But I do want to talk today about the end of the Undertaker's streak. Brock Lesnar was the guy that got the job done at WrestleMania 30. WrestleMania 30 was a roller coaster of an event, just from top to bottom, from Daniel Bryan beating Triple H to get inserted into the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, all the way through Daniel Bryan winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from Batista and Randy Orton in that triple threat match. Much like always, how did we get here? How in the world did this come to be? Brock Lesnar or the Undertaker pretty much had like an open challenge laid out. Like, who wants to become famous, if you will? Step up to the plate. Every year at WrestleMania, it was always like endearing to see, okay, who's the guy? Who's going to be the next victim, if you will? Who's going to be the guy that thinks they can get the job done, but they're really not? I mean, 21-0 at that time. Again, fabled. Streaks are meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken. But this is one that I don't think a lot of people thought would end, because, like, why would you go 20 plus years and then bam, done? But Brock Lesnar was the guy to answer that streak. Brock and the Undertaker have had a slew of great matches. Who could forget the Hell in a Cell match at No Mercy in 2002, where Undertaker bled like a stuck pig all throughout that match that Lesnar would end up winning. One of my favorite moments leading up to the match between these two at WrestleMania 30 is the contract signing, where Brock is literally, he's in the ring and like he keeps like, he's like slamming his hand on the contract, like, sign it, and Undertaker stabs him with a pen and then choke slams him through the table. A lot of people ask, why Brock? Why couldn't, the next year at WrestleMania 31, Undertaker would face Bray Wyatt? Why not Bray Wyatt? If you're going to end the streak, why not let a younger guy, get the win or whatnot? Now, contrary to what people say, a lot of people say this was Vince McMahon's idea. A lot of people say this was the Undertaker's idea. I honestly think it was a collaboration of the both. During the match at WrestleMania 30, the Undertaker gets severely concussed in the early part of the match. You can see toward the end when Undertaker's in the corner and Brock's just laying right hands into it, into him in the corner. Undertaker is literally like slumped in the corner, like with a glazed look in his eye. Like, you can tell he's not really with it. Brock hits the first F5. You knew he was going to kick out of the first one. I think he hit a second one that Undertaker kicked out of. And then Undertaker went for, was it the Tombstone or the Last Ride? And then Brock counters with the third F5, which ultimately, I was actually with a group of guys. We were watching WrestleMania 30 on pay-per-view. And then I went into the kitchen to grab, we had made some supper or whatnot. I was getting, all of a sudden I hear, oh my God, like coming from my living room. I'm like, what the hell? What is going on? And it was the end of the match. Brock had pinned the Undertaker with the F5, the third F5. And I remember very discreetly, like, after the 3 count, Brock's music never hit. Even the referee kind of looked around like, okay, wait, what the hell? What just happened here? So a lot of people thought maybe it was a botched job. Like, the referee wasn't supposed to count to 3. Maybe the Undertaker, because he was so severely concussed, maybe the referee or I'm sorry, maybe the Undertaker missed his cue to kick out. And even Justin Roberts, the ring announcer, like was very hesitant. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is Brock Lesnar. Like even Justin Roberts was stunned at the fact that Brock had ended the streak. And again, I'm not saying I'm against it. I am, but I'm not. Like the streak had to come to an end. I understand that. I realize that. But I don't know. If it's me, I would have had Bray Wyatt in the streak at WrestleMania 31 because the one thing that pissed me off about The Undertaker at WrestleMania, he would go on to 31 to beat Bray Wyatt. He would go on to 33 or 32. Was it 32? Yeah, against Shane McMahon in the Hell in a Cell, which made no fucking sense for that match to even exist. And The Undertaker won. Okay, fine, I get that. And then it was 33. Who did he fight? Roman Reigns was in 33. And I think more fans might have been pissed off at Roman Reigns winning at WrestleMania 33 than they were Brock winning at 30. Which my thing was, okay, the streak is dead. The streak is done. Why are you so pissed off that Roman Reigns beat him, but not so much when Brock got the job done? Because Bray Wyatt losing at WrestleMania 31 really pissed me off because, again, the streak is dead. It's done. Why are you not building on Bray Wyatt's character beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31? Why was that not a reality? Because that could have done wonders for Bray Wyatt. But it didn't. You know, it is what it is. But like I said, it's something I'm not really a fan of. I understand the streak ending. I just don't think Brock was the guy. I think Bray Wyatt should have been the guy at 31, not 30. Undertaker should have been 22-0 in going into WrestleMania 31, and Bray Wyatt should have been the guy that put the dead man down. And then you wouldn't have had to need to do 32, 33, and what actually. Then that was, I think, no, Taker was at 34, wasn't he? Yeah, he was actually he fought Cena in a squash match at 34. But yeah, so definitely a shocking realization, if you will. I'm actually going to be doing one on the Ultimate Warrior here in just a minute because the Ultimate Warrior, this is be the weekend that we would see the last of the Ultimate Warrior, which we'll talk about that here in just a minute. I'm going to make another video here in about 2 minutes regarding that. But let me know in the comments, do you remember the streak ending at WrestleMania 30? Your thoughts on that. Make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I promise I'm gonna do more of these Do You Remembers because I really love doing these. I love taking a walk through memory lane, if you will. So let me know in the comments, guys. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, bell in those orders, guys. That way you can stay up to date with content I release. I release content every single day on my channel. So click the bell so you guys do not miss a thing. Love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Will be the death of the Ultimate Warrior. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.